The deadline in this sector for voluntary presentation at the experimental center is 6 o'clock.
You're supposed to be an artist. Use your imagination.
Oh, thanks a lot. I'm all out.
What's happening, everybody? Sheldon J, Think About It Radio. Once again, for your friends, your enemies, your loved ones, everybody you care about. Tell them about the show. Think About It Radio. Man, I got another great interview lined up for y'all tonight. I got none other than Mr. Daniel Gomez, a.k.a. Tokyo. Man, this cat got some fire on the mic. He got some fire with his knowledge and information. And we just gonna rap a taste with y'all for a few minutes and share some information. Young Tokyo, thanks for your time, my brother. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, and I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. This is valuable as mine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's all good, but man, I appreciate it because I watch you on social media, right? You're a very busy man. You're very you're involved in a lot of things. So again, thank you for your time because I know it takes time out your busy schedule just to sit down and chop it up with me for a little while, and I appreciate that.
Oh man, no problem, man. I'm just doing the best I can. Again, like I said, I appreciate you too.
Oh man, that's all great, man. You know what I mean? I have no problem doing this because I like rapping the taste. I like talking. I like having conversations about real life issues, right? So, I mean, that's a beautiful thing to have people that's willing to share that information with me as well. And then also bring people to your platform that you're doing so they bring interest to what you got going on and you can spread your message also.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. That's a beautiful thing. While I got you on, man, let the people know how to get a hold of you, what you into, what you do, my brother, because I know I can't do you justice, like you can.
Yeah, man. Well, for my music, go to YouTube, type in Tokyo, a.k.a. The Curfew, and everything should pop up from there. I think there's a couple of Tokyos, but I'm the only Tokyo, The Curfew. You're looking for my music, you go on YouTube page again, type in Tokyo, a.k.a. The Curfew.
Yes, sir.
Facebook page has my real name, Daniel Gomez /Tokyo. So that's pretty much the only two sources I utilize right now.
That's good. That's good, man. That's good. So how's business, though, man? I know you've been at it for a while as far as the music aspect of it, videos and things of that nature. How's the temperature these days?
Oh, man, well, it's good. I can't complain. Everything I'm better. Where I'm at right now, I'm more here than where I used to be. Right now, where I'm at right now is it's lovely. The temperature is lovely. The sail is smooth. And I'm waiting with alacrity for my time.
That's a beautiful thing. That's all you got to do is wait, right?
Oh, really? Keep paddling.
Yes,
Don't stop trying. Don't stop paddling.
Yeah. One thing I want to talk about you about, though, like I noticed like in a lot of your posts and stuff, right, they're very introspective and they're very about, hey, people wake up, people think, people there's more out here than what you see in front of you, right? What got you to that point to where you became so, I guess, in tune with life and the important things that life brings?
Well, me personally, my opinion, that's just my temperament. It's something I just inherited, and I was always a conscientious individual. As long as I remember, even as a kid, I was always conscientious and very aware of my surroundings and very observant. I was always there. And I pretty much, because of the experiences, of course, because of our experiences in life, and for the most part, will dictate what type of public figure or figure, whatever the case may be, you're going to gravitate towards. Who you're going to be inspired by the most. I think from your temperament to your experience in life determines which type of individual you're going to be inspired by the most. So, like I said, I've always been conscientious. I was always been a conscientious person, and I just started listening to cats. I used to have Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Tupac, and all kind of stuff back in the day. I grew up. I used to study and want to be like it, want to mimic. And I was like, man, if I want to do that, I got to educate myself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it started from there.
That's the key, though, man. Knowledge is power. But one thing I found out about knowledge, everybody doesn't want it. They don't care if you got all the information in the world to share with them, but if it gets them outside of their comfort level, I found that a lot of people don't even want to have the discussion, let alone, change their mind or habits or whatever. A lot of times they just shut the conversation down.
I think it's not so much that they don't want knowledge, is that They don't want that type of knowledge.
Okay.
Maybe they was taught to not like that not liking that type of knowledge is better for your well-being. Maybe they were taught that, or maybe they just came to the point that their own agreement and made up their own mind and figured they didn't want that. But for the most part, I think I don't know. I guess it's just that people want to have fun. I mean, we all need each other in a sense. We all need each other, and nothing can make us feel better than another person can. Money can't, it just can't. On your deathbed, you're not going to be asking for to have pictures of your cars and your jewelry and your money. You're going to be asking for family members on your side of your bed. That's what's going to be more important in the end.
Yeah, that's
so
real right
like, so I think because of that instinct, feeling, or whatever it may be, it's like we just want to be friends. We want to be people that like us. We want to be likable. We want to be loved by the people. And it's a beautiful feeling. All of us have that. I think it has a lot to do with why people don't want to talk on it and dish it at, don't even want to get on that level because they know they're going to end up angering somebody who they like, different point of views or whatever. From that to some people just, I guess that type of knowledge do fuse you with anger. It does, And some people rather not have the anger period, just want to enjoy life, just want to be happy, and I understand that part too,
And I get that. I mean, I like to have a good time, love to laugh, love to enjoy myself, I'm with that 100%. But my thing is that even if you're passing information and it may be different than what you're used to, I personally don't think it should cause an argument or cause any kind of emotional discourse because it's just information, right? I mean, information isn't violent. Information is information if it's given in a spirit. I guess if you accept it in the spirit that it was given, I think information is a great thing. Rather than somebody trying to tell you everything you're doing is wrong, what I'm telling you is right, change your ways right now, that's a different approach. But as far as, hey, man, how about this? How about this information that I have to share with you? Again, it's not about changing a whole person, a whole individual. But I think, as you say, we have to share information because what's the point of sitting on top of all this stuff and you the only one got it and can't nobody else grab it and use it and do nothing else with it?
I mean, on your end, on the deliverer, I guess, if you will, the deliverer end, the ones who delivering it, you can pretty much look at it from that aspect. But the ones who receiving it, they may have a different way of looking at it like that. And like I said, I try to stay reasonable and open-minded and free-spirited as possible I can, and weigh out the pros and cons on each end of the spectrum. I try to stay open. I always try to put myself in other people's shoes, because I read my whole life experience based on people who refuse to try to understand you. There'll come a point in time where it's your job to understand them.
Yeah,
you just got to learn from that. Sit back and understand that. Acknowledge that theory right there, and utilize it to the best of your ability.
I think if we had more of that, though, that logic that you just put out there, though, I think if we had more of that, I think people would be able to get along a lot better because, like you said, you see it from both sides. You see younger people do certain things. Oh, man, them young folk are this and that. You forget you were young once. You forget that people had to correct you on mistakes you were making. So I like the way you had that perspective, and I can tell that you think that way about what you write, about how you post and things of that nature, because you do see it from both sides. So your views aren't, this is Tokyo view, nobody else has an opinion but mine, and that's a beautiful thing, though, because I think people present conversation to you otherwise that they wouldn't present to other people because of that.
I was taught to look at things like that. All my heroes, not just from music figures to everyday average people to whatever, all the people I ever looked up to and fell in love with was like that, outspoken, and don't tell it. Whatever come out your mouth, make sure it be the truth. Just tell the truth. No matter who you piss off, no matter who you get mad, just tell the truth. My temperament, my mentality, along with my experiences, what I think has a lot to do with molding me into that kind of individual. But it's like more on the serious side of life. And I grew up listening to the serious type, the Malcolm X's, the Pacs, and everybody was just outspoken and just tell it how you is. Tell it, forget who feet you step on. Just tell the truth, So
yeah,
that's pretty much. It's pretty much the type of mentality I developed. I choose to carry along to express myself.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. A lot of people don't, though, man. And the reason why I think is that a lot of people, they really care about being liked. As you say, they care about being loved. We are made to be loved and liked. That's true. But at the same time, everybody's not going to like you. Everybody's not going to love you. But if you locked into who you are and as you say, established and locked and rooted in truth, bottom line, it is what it is. It really don't matter how they feel, you know, because at the end of the day, they tripping with themselves because you are grounded and rocked in, hey, this truth. It is what it is. You ain't got to like it, but you have to respect the truth, though.
Already, my truth anyway. Everybody have their own truth. I have mine.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And I think that's your right, though. That's your right and your privilege as an individual, though. And again, though, politics, religion, you start talking about your truths when it comes to those, people get emotional. You can't control either one of those, though. You don't have control over religion. You don't have control over politics. So a lot of time people get emotional. I think about stuff that really, they shouldn't be. I think it's wasted energy sometimes. The being upset, being angry. Thank God for another day. I'm mad and upset all day because somebody went against what I believe or somebody said something different than what I believe. I think that's wasteful, my man. You know, and not because in the sense to where I got all my stuff together, I'm shooting other folk down. I just think just personally, if God give you another day, you have another opportunity, try to find as many happy moments around that joke as you can, man.
Yes, it's a such thing. It's a such thing because for everybody have their own, like I said, everybody speaks. My personal beliefs, my personal opinion, our beliefs, morals, values, I think all those things stem from our self-experience,
True.
Because, you know, and even if you do go through the same thing somebody else go through, it doesn't mean, it don't necessarily mean you're going to be affected in the same way they was affected by it because we all have different strengths and different weaknesses.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely true.
Because I hear people always saying, you know, well, I've been through that before and I did this and I did that. True enough, and like it is true. If they can do it, you can do it. You know, it carries a lot of weight in a sense. But in another sense, it doesn't carry any weight because just because one person experienced it and made it through like real good, real fast, doesn't mean the next person will make it through real good, real fast because they have different strengths and weaknesses, you know?
That's true. That's true.
And we have to understand, we try to keep, but, you know, for the most part, you know, we are ran by, we are ran by our emotions and personal feelings and desires is what controls us.
Yes.
That's what runs us. It's hard not to be emotional. You were saying a while ago how some people get emotional. We all like that. Some just more extreme than others.
Right.
But it's our emotions is what drives us. You know, in my opinion, from what I've been observing thus far in my life, our emotions is what drives us. Because I always hear people saying, you start being I be in a lot of debates. I like debating. I run across a lot of people who say they need to be more logical instead of more emotional when you're debating. And, you know, the first person that becomes emotional and start using profanity and just talking ignorant, like you have to call that and be like, see, you're off in your feelings because you're not educated. You know, they use it. But at the same time, we're like, well, he's just a little bit more. It has nothing to do with it. It has a little to do with it, but for the most part, he's just a little more emotional than you are. Because I me personally, I hear people all the time, logical people. I hear logical people. I was raised up under logical people. I study them. But I realized that logical people, very logical people and reasonable people, which I believe myself is very logical and reasonable.
I can dig
but a lot, like, if you listen to them, if you observe them, they're being logical, don't get me wrong, they're very logical, but if you just observe them a little bit closer, you'll see their logic are emotional driven.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you're being logical, but you're angry in the process of explaining yourself. Anger is the emotion. You're being logical, but your logic are emotionally driven. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I know exactly what you're saying.
It's impossible not to be emotional. Like we are emotionally driven beings first. Then we're logical second. Out in the end, for the most part, my opinion, that's how it is. Yep. That's why it's hard to. That's why it's impossible to contradict yourself. We walk in contradictions. All of us are.
Every last one of them.
It's humane. It's impossible to overcome. That's because we're emotionally driven human beings.
You're right. And I think the important part, most people that once you're able to find a balance with that, because you said we are emotional, we are logical, but once you find that balance with that, then it becomes, okay, well, you know what? that's not an emotional decision. He's just passionate, or he's just that, because now you're able to articulate your argument, even with that emotion, right? Now they'll say, rather him being angry, oh, they're saying he's passionate, right? Because you